It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see Fred Warner. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the 49ers and the Lions, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see the injuries have left them shorthanded in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous or they affect the wrong group of guys.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 67 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action here. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
You talk about this Lions defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
The Niners at 4-10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away.
He's got the first down and more.
And finally, down at the 36-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than...
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You look at this Niner defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Throwing here, Purdy. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It almost pushed them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll go down the number 3, getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that out.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Brad Robbins now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. Evans, fast footwork. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago. We still have more than a half of football to play. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Riders on. It's 24-0. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
On 1st down, Willis. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun, here's Willis. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well on time there, and now 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it and miss it.
Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll drop to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths.
Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Ken Walker, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 14. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With a second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Alert! Alert!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Pittman.
69 yards.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying?
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A very solid gain of 27.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Check. Bronco switch. Roll.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Willis looking to throw it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. 25 yards that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And it's going to be another first down as they're getting to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
First down, Detroit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The throwing here, Purdy. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Diamador Lamore.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out now come the Lions.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Taken down by YR5.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 30.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a strong run there as they'll take this all the way down to the 35.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's Madden NFL 24. Coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the 49ers, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Niners hit 5-10 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3.
First carry for Najee Harris. Now he's free to midfield. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I
am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Here's 3rd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended target,
and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Pickett back to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Forced out to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 4 yards out. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
3rd and long for Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right at the 35.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Steelers will take the lead here the final minute of the first half.
That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown down to the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41. 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Trying with Pickett here on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the draw, it's Harris. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Pickett finds Pickens out right.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard. Pickett.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage has already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Harris running straight ahead.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down and 1. Looking to throw, Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught by Evans. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
2nd and 11.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stones. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
They got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Three quarters in the ball
is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the 49ers getting set to try it out there. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. First and 10, here's Pickett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They hand this off to Harris. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
On the give, this is Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Off play action, Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, here's Pickett.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he comes back with 1 complete. That'll leave him with a third and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They come up with 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's first and 10.
He completes it to Evans.
Into space at the 45.
And finally down at the 36-yard line. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Touchdown! George Kittle, 36 yards.
And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now 2nd and 4.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 1st down.
A handoff left, McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Pickett.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the 49ers,
they get a 6th win of the season to go with their 10 losses.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.